Hi everyone, my name is Brad Lyman and I'm a Senior Manager of Product with AWS Marketplace. I'm here today to talk about how to build a private marketplace and govern software provisioning. At AWS reInvent, we launched a new feature, Private Marketplace, that lets you control which products your end users can find, buy, and try out of AWS Marketplace, as well as enabling you to manage the look and feel of your marketplace when using AWS Marketplace. Let's begin. So from AWS, we see public clouds accelerating, and by 2021, we see that 94% of all workloads and compute instances will be processed in the cloud. That means that 73% of cloud workloads will be in a public cloud, and we also see a move towards SaaS and virtual machine images, where we see 75% of total cloud workloads and compute instances running as software as a service. So within AWS Marketplace, we see a balance between how you govern and how you make it quick for your developers to go and deploy the solutions they need in their environments. We aim to make the best place to find, buy, test, and deploy software in the cloud. So that means making it so you can get software you need in minutes with one-click deployment options. And whether that's ready to run within your own environment or from a software as a service provider running on AWS, we support both options. We also want to support governing that software so that you can know that as an administrator, the software that's being purchased and deployed within Marketplace matches your company's policies. So to that end, we've released Private Marketplace. It allows you to create a customized private catalog of our pre-approved products from AWS Marketplace. You can ensure that all the products your users are purchasing have been approved by an administrator within your organization. You can also customize the branding within AWS Marketplace so that it matches your color scheme and your messaging. We also allow you to define granular permission controls so you can determine how people will use Private Marketplace when buying products from AWS. So why choose Private Marketplace? Well, like I've said before, we allow you to customize that AWS Marketplace experience when using Private Marketplace. We also are giving you a full set of governance control features so that you can know that only the products that comply with a policy that you put in place are purchasable out of AWS Marketplace. And really the benefit that this gives you is it makes the provisioning and deployment of software self-service for your business users. So as an engineer within your organization wants to get started, they know that they have compliant products that meet their use cases. So let's go into detail about AWS Marketplace and governance. So when we talk about who performs these governance actions, we're talking about an IAM user who has permissions to purchase out of AWS Marketplace. We're also talking about IAM users who have permissions to be an administrator for an AWS Marketplace. And when we talk about what they're controlling, that's going to be the products that can be either purchased or who can approve products that can be purchased by other users. So that breaks into three personas. Our first is our creator. This is the master account that's responsible for the creation of a private marketplace within an organization. Next, we'll have administrators. They add and remove products from a private marketplace, or they configure the private marketplace visual profile and settings. Next, we'll have the end users. So we call them cloud users, and they could browse, subscribe, and deploy products that actually get the work done that you need within your AWS accounts. So let's talk about the private administrator IAM policies. IAM policies, or identity access management, is how you're going to control who can do what within your account. We've created two managed policies within identity and access management to allow you to determine this person or this group of people can take an action to administer my private marketplace. So first, we have AWS Marketplace Full Access. That's a broad policy that covers all the actions you could need in order to interact with AWS Marketplace. It's an expansive policy that you'll want to delegate to people who will take all actions, whether that's managing your private marketplace or buying and deploying software. Then we have AWS Private Marketplace Admin Full Access. That's a policy designed for the administrator within your organization whose sole role is to determine what products should be in a private marketplace, whether a private marketplace should be in effect, or what the look and feel of a private marketplace is. While you can combine multiple policies in order to get very granular permissions as to what a user can do, AWS Private Marketplace Admin Full Access will only let you perform actions for administering that private marketplace and won't actually give you the ability to deploy or buy a product. Let's talk about AWS organizations and how the structure of your AWS organization determines how private marketplace will work with your accounts. So I have an example of an organizational structure here with a master account and your organizational units of dev, test, and prod. Each of those has one or more accounts that will contain AWS resources. When you want to create a private marketplace, you create that policy for all users at your master account level. That policy then gets passed to all the sub-accounts within your AWS organization, meaning that it's in effect and controls what can be purchased for all the accounts regardless of what organization unit they're in. The master account or any users or roles that have access into that account will be able to take actions to modify or administer your private marketplace. From any of the accounts within your AWS organization, they'll be able to browse, find, and buy products based on how your private marketplace was configured. So let's run into the demo right now. So let's take a look at a private marketplace I've configured for this webinar. I'm going to start by taking you into the administrator view so we can see how you configure your private marketplace. Within this private marketplace, you can see that I've already added products. We have the products that you already have in your private marketplace, as well as the full catalog of AWS Marketplace products. Here, I can do a search. And once I search, I can find individual products, or I can bulk select and add multiple products at the same time to a private marketplace. When I look at the products that are currently within my private marketplace, I can do the same thing. If I search for products, I can find one, or I can look at a bulk view and make a selection to remove one or many from one time. The other part of the administrator experience is the profile. This is where you would configure your logo, your name, your description, and select your theme color. All these steps can take time. So we know that you might not want to push the controls of private marketplace out to your end users while you're still making changes. So we've enabled you to make a private marketplace live at any time that you'd like after you've already configured it. So after you've taken the actions of selecting your products and configuring your profile, you can then select to make your private marketplace live so that it goes into effect for all the accounts across your AWS organization. Now I'm going to take you back to the end user view so we can see what it's like to browse Marketplace when private marketplace is in effect. So when I start from the Explore Your Private Marketplace call to action, I can see that I have a filter already applied called Approved Products. This means these products are currently in my private marketplace and they are marked as approved for procurement. If I remove that filter, I'll see all products, whether or not they're approved for procurement or not. If I do a search for products here, it'll pull up a list of products that are either approved for procurement or not. I'm going to go ahead and select Splunk Phantom, not currently approved for my private marketplace. You can see here, because it's not approved, there's a red banner at the top saying this product isn't currently available. But because I'm an administrator in this view, I can actually add it to my private marketplace if I'd like. I'm allowed to continue to subscribe, but I can't actually accept terms in order to use this product until it's been added to my private marketplace. So an administrator can come at any time, either from the administrator view that we looked at or from an individual product detail page that they've been provided to add that product. When you'd like to see all the products that are currently within your account, you can go to the Your Software page. From this page, you can see every single subscription across your accounts. We also have recently launched a console version of that which we give messaging that you can see the same information from the console as well. The last part of this demo, I'd like to show you some of the things you can do with governance and controls when moving from AWS Marketplace into the AWS billing dashboard and AWS budgets. So from here, you can see that I'm currently spending $24.02 for this month's AWS bill. I can see a breakdown of how much of that is on AWS Marketplace products, and then versus how much I'm spending on other products like EC2. Specifically, I'd like to take us into the budget capability because it allows you to get further visibility into the actual usage of products you've added to your private marketplace. Here, I've created two budgets that are specific to AWS Marketplace. One budget that I'm using for firewalls, and the other as a test budget, which is a more expansive budget. So here you can see my current spend versus my budgeted spend, and also how I'm forecasted it to end this month. I'm going to go ahead and edit the budget to show you the things you can do in order to create your own budget. You can give your budget a name and select the period of time you'd like it to apply to. When you make a selection, we actually show for your selection how much you used within that last period of time to help you set your budget intelligently. You then go ahead and set your budget parameters. That means you can set it as recurring or expiring on a certain date. In this budget, I've selected a specific service. AWS Budgets has a list of different products that are running in your account previously so that you can select them and add them to a budget. You can add as many as you'd like. Last on this page, you have advanced options that can determine what things go into that budget. For example, you could choose to exclude refunds or credits from your budget. The next piece to configure is your alerts. Your alerts is when you are notified via email or SNS of a particular event within your budget. So I've gone ahead and set a forecasted cost budget here where the alert threshold is 75. I've said this is the percent of budget allocated, but I could also set it to be a specific dollar amount. I can then add additional email contacts to receive a notification once that budget condition is set. I can also add an SNS topic so that I can receive that message programmatically if I'd like. I'll go ahead and confirm the budget and say that I'm done. Now, whenever the events for this product reach a certain threshold of forecasted cost, I'll be notified to a specific email address. That concludes my demo for AWS Marketplace, Private Marketplace, and AWS Budgets. If you're interested in additional resources, we have a feature page, a user guide, and a blog post with more information. Thanks so much for attending, and look forward to continuing to build features for our customers.